It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Not up here, it's not. Not Northwest Arkansas. Yo! What's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome to the one and only Pig Trail Network YouTube channel. Please remember to like, comment, share the content that you just watched or that you are currently watching. And, of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button and check out all those links down below in the description box, please. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting tagged all over on Twitter. Alex Ham showing off his Carl's Jr. fast food. He took a nap, and then he's going to eat some food, and then he's ready for the live stream. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ty, what happened last live stream? Yeah, that was crazy. So, I don't know. Look, it was a Wednesday show out of the blue, and I thought, yeah, we got to talk about this early signing period. We need to get a little ESP talk. Woo Pig from Oklahoma City. Oh, how's it going? Going to be off and on with my commenting, but I'm here starting my Christmas cooking tonight. Okay, Kelly, just put us on blast. Just turn the volume up. Just put us on, connect us to your Bluetooth speakers around your house. So what happened was, I thought it was OBS. Again, it's just technical difficulties. It's all it is. It's technical problems. It's hard to do. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, to sit here and deal with OBS having its issues off and on, YouTube and Google having their issues off and on. I don't know why I have the hog talk. You know what? We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave that there. We're gonna leave that right there. The little, it's technically called a lower third for fellow content creators, but we're gonna leave it. We're going to leave it right there. It's challenging to do this stuff because we have so many issues. And, hell, I don't know if tonight's going to go smooth or not. I am going to try and keep this at 30 minutes. Okay? We're going to try and keep this at 30 minutes. But so at the end of the live stream, it cut me off, and I'm swearing up and down that it's OBS, and I'm cursing. I'm, getting ready to write some hate mail at the people that run OBS. And then I went back and I did a little research, and sure enough, my upload completely died off. Cox got me again. There's nothing. I'm powerless. I can't do anything about it. And my thing is now, if they cut me off, if my internet, shits the bed, there's nothing I could do about it. Either I can fight it and keep trying to upload, or keep trying to go live. And I'm sure we'll run into some problems tonight. At this point, it's a Hail Mary every time I go live, and I hate that. But it is what it is. So if it cuts off tonight, just expect Ty's probably not going to come back on. We'll get him next time. I hate it because I know you guys look forward to that. The good news is the last live stream, actually, we went all the way up until the end, and then it cut off. So then it froze. And this is why I thought it was OBS. Then the connection completely froze. My computer was fine. Everything was working fine. We could still... Like, my daughters were still able to watch stuff on their tablets. My wife was in the bedroom watching her murder crime ID shows. That's where it's at, apparently. Everyone's listening to these crime podcasts. My wife is all about that stuff. And I'm like, okay, so this has got to be an OBS problem. And then I went back and looked. So I want you guys to do this when you're done tonight, okay? Check your connection. You can Google internet speed test. Make sure you're getting what you're paying for. All right? Don't let Cox or whoever you use as an internet provider screw you around. You may think you're getting what you're supposed to be getting, but you're not. I used to test mine daily. And I kind of got off that, and then I got back on doing that when I started doing live shows more and more. But there's not a lot you can do about it, but you can call Cox and complain. And I highly recommend you do it, especially if you're paying whatever you're paying, $50, $60, $100 a month for your internet. You got to keep in mind, you're paying for a certain amount of download speed. That's how you're able to watch your shows. If you've cut the cord and you're on the internet only. I know this is supposed to be about sports, and I'm sitting here talking about tech. And I'm not super tech savvy, but I've been around the block enough to know that I check my speeds constantly. And when it's consistent that I'm not getting my speeds, you bet your rear end I let Cox know all about it, and especially at this point. But yeah, the technical difficulties, the internet, it's not my modem. It's brand new. The modem's brand new. Our router is literally brand new. I just replaced that 2 months ago. Computer's only 2 years old. It's just Cox sucking. Gasped. I said, shit's the bed. Triggered. Did you guys see that I tweeted it today? I quoted the tweet. I got to find it. It's let me find it here. You remember the kids at the okay, so this is from the US Military Academy. The U.S. Military Academy announced today it has concluded an internal investigation of the cadets who displayed hand gestures. You remember that? Apparently this is racist. Boom. That's why I'm getting shut down. That's what it is. YouTube thinks I'm racist. You do this and then someone looks at you, punch them in the arm. That's the game. That's what the cadets were doing. They did an internal investigation over this. And this is exactly what they concluded, that the cadets were playing a common game popular among teenagers today. Come on, this was popular when I was a kid, known as the circle game, and the intent was not associated with ideologies or movements that are contrary to the Army values. Suck it, all you PC social justice warrior asshats. Suck it. God, infecting everything with your little slimy tentacles. Ugh, we're triggered for no bleeping reason. We're upset. We're angry. Orange Man bad. So sick of it. I always say I don't get political here. I try not to. But that stuff, the social justice warrior PC bullshit, just goes too far. We need to be nice to each other. Yes. Respect one another. Sure. But stop with this. You guys are going to get me going. Obviously racist. Well, I just got shut down. It was nice knowing you guys. It's been fun, but YouTube has now deemed me a menace to society. Just watched episode 6 today. Oh, you guys must be talking about Star Wars. Witcher came out today too, by the way. All right. Offensive coordinator, what's the dealio, yo? Who do you guys think is going to be the next OC? Because I really thought today we would know, and we don't. We have no idea. This is a no PC zone. You're damn right. Keep that out. I really thought we would have an idea today. The rumor, the hot take today is that it's going to be Applewhite. That's what everyone seems to believe. I'm starting to believe that we're not going to know anything until Monday or Tuesday, which is what it is, and which is probably going to be. I highly doubt they're going to make an announcement tonight. I sincerely doubt that. It'd be great if they did. Hey, what a way to end Friday night. You know, what a way to start your weekend off with knowing who the hell your OC is. If you're expecting a name that's as big or that can match the name like what you got with the defensive coordinator and Odom, it's not going to happen. But I do think with Applewhite and Briles as your two possible OCs, right? You could do worse. This is what I typed up on Applewhite. I used to do scripts. Some of you guys remember the days when I did scripts. But Applewhite is currently in a QC or quality control / analyst role at Alabama. Why is he there doing that if he's such a great offensive coordinator? Why isn't he an OC somewhere? And at this point in his career, why hasn't he done something beyond that? Well, I mean, he has. Very briefly until he was terminated. But is he at Alabama to learn from Saban, which is kind of what a lot of people believe Kiffin did, along with being the OC? So maybe he wanted to learn and be underneath that Saban umbrella, the coaching umbrella, and then learn from that and retool his offense, retool his offensive philosophy. To me, it sounds like a risky hire if that's the case. If you're such a great OC, you shouldn't need to go. And I know it's Saban. I know the success they've had there is great, and you can't undervalue or devalue what he probably did take away or will take away from being underneath Saban. But I don't know. I'm just skeptical of the hire. It seems a little tad not risky. I guess risky's going too far with it, but. I don't know. It just doesn't. The name just doesn't flash as much as maybe a Briles or a Rhett Lashley type. I don't know, and they're not going to get Lashley. It's just doesn't sound like that's going to be the case. But I think Briles brings some excitement. I think that'll get the fans a little bit more excited than Applewhite, and maybe there's something more to him that I'm not aware of. I don't know. But yeah. Let's be real here. You're not going to match a name like those two on paper or on the field or whatever. They don't match Odom. You're not going to get that kind of hire. Odom was a home run hire as a defensive coordinator. I want to know what you guys think. Who do you think it's going to be? Sean Norris says he does not want Applewhite. He went all caps. Grab an NFL guy or hire Bryles or hire someone, but nothing about Applewhite screams deserving. Yeah, it's just not, and I'm not saying he would fail here. Hell, Bryles could come here and not do so great. Let's not forget he wasn't exactly turning heads at where he was at before, and there is that baggage. We talked about that. Porter, our producer, who we did episode 49 yesterday, that went up today on the Hog Talk, and he mentioned that baggage being concerning. And I agree. You wonder about that. But what's the worst case scenario with that, right? Like there is no evidence directly tying him to anything that happened at Baylor. Apparently it was all his dad, and he was hiding it. And the university was hiding it. I know you could play the, come on, really? You don't think he knew what was going on? We could go that role. But look, there are some places where coordinators and position coaches and so on and so forth, they're not as kept in the light about everything as you would think. That maybe that's something that happened with him. I don't know. Maybe he did know. Here's the worst case scenario. What happens? Okay, the baggage comes out, right? We've opened up Pandora's box. He's got those skeletons in his closet. We open it up. They pile out. Okay, what do you do if you're the University of Arkansas? You fire him. I mean, there you go. Problem solved. You move on to your next guy. And who knows, maybe a bigger and better name, someone that'll fit better comes along. I don't know. When I don't believe that guilty by association always should mean exactly that. It shouldn't just be, all right, you were around there when it happened, therefore you are, you're tainted. Your name is tainted. Or that was, that last name. Ooh, that last name. I don't know. Doesn't bother me as much. Now, if there were stuff that tied him directly, if we knew, and if there was actual wording, and there was articles and things written, and then you had the victims of what happened there at Baylor spoke out against him, and we had all this evidence, yeah, I'd be like, hell no, you can't hire him, no way in hell. But I don't believe in guilty by association. We shouldn't operate that way as a society either. In some cases, sure, you could certainly say, all right, nope, too far. But I don't know if this is that case. Let's see. Sean says, shoot, take Chaney. If all else fails, suck it up and get Enos back. I'm not up on all the OCs we have a shot at. As of right now, those are the two that have the most smoke around their names. Supposedly, which one was it? It was on Dixon Street at Doe's. It's always Dixon Street on Doe's. Have you guys noticed that? That's where everyone is seen. They're somewhere on Dixon Street, and it's usually Doe's. You never hear about a guy like, yeah, I saw Odom at the Flying Burrito. He ordered the steak nachos. He got like a pound of rice, 2 pounds of beans, extra cheese. By the way, they boil it with nacho cheese. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. And then they pile on everything else, the pico de gallo, the guac. There's different flavors, sour cream. There's some sort of like hot and spicy sour cream. It's so good. Can you tell I like that place? God, I love Flying Burrito. Flying Burrito. That used to be their thing on radio. You never hear about that though. Yeah, he was over at I saw him sitting by himself in the mall, the Fayetteville Mall, where everything used to go down. That's where he was at. You don't ever hear about that. You don't ever hear that. It's usually not the what's reported on Twitter. See, there's the Flying Burrito again. I love it. Have I talked about it here before? I can't remember. I know I've probably said it on a podcast somewhere. I saw Sam Pitman eating at Subway on I don't know, Gregg Street. Is that one still there over on Gregg? That was the very first Subway I ever went to when I was a kid. It was there like 25 years ago or something. Yeah, I haven't had dinner yet, so let's see here. What else we got? Oh yeah, don't forget, guys, share the content. I appreciate those of you who have on Twitter already and you've tagged me. I really do appreciate it. You guys rock. I agreed with Porter exactly on the show today. That's the exact same way I feel about it. Says Kelly Marie. I get the hesitation, but if there's anything on him, you fire him. It's that simple. Okay, you fire him. It's not like we're talking about Bobby Petrino 2.0. You're not firing your head coach here. I saw Bryles waiting on a chicken sandwich outside Popeyes. Applewhite has done nothing interesting to have a job here. I would love Kendall to be here. He's our best option. Plus, he might bring Houston's quarterback King here. Yeah, there's that. Let's see. Not on here. You talked about it on Discord. I did, didn't I? It was Discord. Yeah, I did. I love that place. It is the best. Seriously. Again, they don't sponsor me. None of these local companies that I plug here, none of them, they don't sponsor me. And I even tried reaching out to Black Apple. They just like straight up gave me the other side of their head. And I was like, oh, all right. Tim B says, hey, Ty, I'm the biggest Hog fan in Arizona. Wish I lived there to support Pitman with you all. He deserves our support. Okay. All right, Tim. Represent over in Arizona. I've been there. Arizona's beautiful. I love it over there. It's a boring-ass drive when you get through Oklahoma, but then like when we went to Vegas, drove 16 hours in a tiny little car, my wife and I and then another couple, and we drove through, obviously went through Oklahoma, Texas, but then we went through Arizona, and it was such a great drive. Colorado still, like my favorite drive-through state that I've ever been in. Let's see. Wonder who the strength coach is going to be since Coach True went to South Florida. Alex says in all caps. I think someone saw Applewhite at Bottoms Up. Oh, but only Fayetteville people know about Bottoms Up. Let's see. I'm so beat down with all these. See, I'm so beat down with all these hiring suspenses. Says Ruben Taylor. Yeah, it's just enough, right? Like, just get him in here, get your guy, and let's get to work. Hang on a second. Let's make sure. I want to make sure that everything here is clickety-bickety. I had a. Here we go. I'm going to strengthen my signal there. There we go. Is that a little bit better with the sound? Is that a little bit better? Is that better? Did it make your ouchie feel better? Manning is OC, Peyton Manning. Could you imagine him walking into a kid's front room? Could you imagine Peyton Manning representing the University of Arkansas? Hey, come play quarterback. I'll get you in the NFL. You'd flip anybody you wanted. Not gonna happen though, of course. What was your favorite ATS pick out of the bowls? I'm not even there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't know. If Arkansas's not in the bowl games, I have a hard time caring. I'm going to be real. Like, I'll watch the big ones, the bigger bowls. I'll try to watch them, but I'm just not there yet. Let's see. Hey, you remember me taking yours and your buddy's picture at the Mizzou game? Yeah, I think so. I think so. What's up, Ruben? I met a lot of people there. I was at halftime going to the bathroom. I got caught on the way in while I was in there, and then on the way out, I got caught by like 3 or 4 people. And I always love talking to you guys out in public. I'm out in Fayetteville quite a bit. Let's see. How much do you think Pitman will let the OC control the offense, or do you believe we could have another Craddock as versus Chad Morris? I don't know. Something tells me that he's going to let his OC coach his offense, but he's going to have final say. I mean, when you're his age and you've been around the game as long as he has, there's going to be some ego in there a little bit. But Pitman doesn't have a lot of that. Pitman's not a Chad Morris with that kind of mindset, or Bobby Petrino, although we, thank God when Petrino was here doing that, right, with that ego and his know-how as an offensive play caller. But I think really he's going to let this thing kind of go. Oh, thank you. Someone go tell Diet Pepsi, the Twitter handle, that I got a Pepsi in here. He's been it's not a Diet Pepsi, but it's Pepsi. I mean, come on. My beautiful wife just gave. Hang on, this is my favorite sound. Let's get this on the audio here. You ready? Oh. Kind of wish it was a can of beer, if I'm going to be real with you. What's up, bro? How's it going, Ruben? Hope all's well. Yeah, and another reason we're keeping this thing short tonight, not just because I'm scared to death that this thing's going to... I'm not scared. At this point, if it disconnects me, I'm just going to be like, you know what, I quit. I'm going to throw my microphone against the wall, and I'm done. I'll just be done. I'll be done until Ozar Go comes in here and kicks their asses. Oh, my 7-year-old made this. I don't know if you guys can see it. I thought I would get it on... She made that. She wanted me to get it on camera. I kind of thought my camera was low enough. But I guess it's... She made it and she wanted me to wear it for you guys tonight, and I was like, well, I'll put it on my microphone. How about that? But now I'm realizing it's not. You can't really see it. I don't want to play around with my camera either. It's a pain in the butt. I have frozen peach on the beach. Okay. Love that cola burn. Yeah. I haven't had a soda in a little while, and I'm dragging today. I'm not lying. I'm dragging. Went to my oldest kid's Christmas party today at her school, and that's always fun. Let's see. What are your views on Musselman going to Auburn? Did you mean Chad Morris? Maybe you meant Chad Morris. I haven't actually heard everything that he said at the podium, but it was a little ridiculous that he talked about successful quarterbacks. I did hear that. If you're talking about Chad, that was. He got blasted. There's certainly some people that blasted him. Tim, hey, Ty, I'm thinking that Chad Morris is going to do great at Auburn. What are your thoughts? You know, as much as, and I love Porter, he's my boy, but he really tries to downplay what Chad did at Clemson. And I don't think he's wrong. We got to look at what they did on the defensive side of the ball as well. After who they hired over there with Brett Venables, a guy absolutely just was killing it. But Dabo did a great job of assembling a great staff and letting those guys do their jobs. And Chad, I mean, he's a pretty stellar offensive coordinator, I think. I think you got to give him credit for what he did over there. I don't know that happens at Auburn, but the question is, how much is Gus letting Chad, how much is he going to let him actually coach the offense? Or was this a publicity move? Hey, look, we got a guy who once was great, kind of like what Arkansas did as a head coach. Remember that? We all know how that turned out. Maybe he wants that same kind of, look what he did over there at Clemson. He didn't work out as a head coach. We're going to try him out back as an OC. That's his strength. Maybe that's their goal there. And maybe it works out, assuming Gus, maybe this isn't all just a publicity stunt. Again, I know for Hog fans, it's like, how do you turn that into a positive? I get it, but I think he has that persona of maybe not being a very good head coach, but being a great offensive coordinator. That's the persona, right? That may not be factual, that may not be right, but maybe Auburn's trying to capture that, so maybe it's a publicity move, and he's not going to really let Chad run his offense, or maybe he lets Chad loose and let him do his thing, and I think they could maybe have some success. Let me recap the Chad Morris blah blah dynamic. Blah blah. I miss being a coordinator. Blah. I love that. Jordan McClure, you're killing it, my man. I'm a clown who has no idea. He was so in over his head here, guys. He really was. That introduction was freaking hilarious. Was he drunk the entire time he was here? Winners, good grief. Yeah, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. When I saw that, I thought, what? Chad is the worst coach in NCAA history. Auburn just got 100 times worse. Head coach, I agree. Offensive coordinator, I think there's a possibility there that he could work out pretty okay. But again, it's going to depend on whether or not Gus lets him do his job. And if he does, maybe they do. Maybe they do get it turned around on offense. We know that their offense was not great last year, but they were a little young. You get it. Their defense was the highlight of what made that team go. And unfortunately, when you have a bland offense like they had at Auburn, Black Apple Cider didn't sponsor Ty. Now it's trying it with Pepsi. Yeah, I need a pick-me-up is what I need. Hey, Ty. Sup? What's going on, Mike Ewing? How's it going? Let's see. John says Gus is the play caller. The question is, will Gus give it back up? Yeah, I agree. If he does and it fails, it will cost him his job. This could ultimately be the job that brings him down to how. Oh my God! Could you imagine that though? That's what this is setting up to be. Imagine he's there. They fail miserably and they both get fired. Hog fans everywhere would be celebrating. We'd just be up and down Dixon Street laughing our asses off. Who cares if Arkansas just went 3-9? Who cares? Chad just got them both fired. That could happen. Could you imagine that? Oh, it's wonderful. I'm late. Did you discuss OC at Arkansas? Yeah, we talked a little bit about the two possibilities. Do either one of those guys? And let me ask you this too. We'll get back on the OC stuff really quick. Do they really excite you? And if so, does one excite you more than the other? Are they bland to you? I want to know I want to know your thoughts in chat for those of you who are coming in late. Chad has been good everywhere but Arkansas. People need to stop at the Morris bashing. He's a great OC. Look, I think he was, like I said, I'll go back to what I said. At Clemson, he deserves credit for what he did as an OC. Dabo Swinney will tell you that. The numbers will tell you that. They were better once they got him as an OC. As a quarterback, he's terrible. All right? Okay? He's terrible. Chad and Gus, match made in heaven. Both are jerks. I think Chad, when hired, he had a plan to get a huge buyout. Sucks, so they give him that buyout and live in paradise. You know what's strange, too, is I never understand these guys that get these huge buyouts or whatever, or they leave football or whatever happened, or they leave their job, but then they turn around and take a coordinator position or some sort of analyst position, yet they have all this money, in Chad's case, millions of dollars. Read my mind, says John. What's up, y'all? Let the good times roll. What's up, Tim? Hope all is well, sir. Merry Christmas to you. I was going to wear my Santa hat, but I'm going to wait till Monday. Still doesn't notify me. Yeah, I don't know what's up. YouTube picks and chooses who they're going to notify, I guess. I think about half of you probably got notifications. I'm not PC enough. I don't talk about I don't know what the deal is. It's strange. I don't know why they don't send out those notifications. I'm just not politically correct enough, guys. That's what it is. Maybe that's it. Okay. All right. Are we at 30 minutes? Because I'm going to go ahead and probably call it. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at 30 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut it a little short tonight. Again, I just don't want to test. I don't want to roll the dice tonight. I think we're going to have to call it a little short here. Let's see. Why don't we just hire Nick Saban as our Joe? That was a good attempt at humor. That was a good attempt, sir. Gus had a vanilla offense. Sure did. Kellen Murray, I hope Chandler goes anywhere but Auburn. And Paula follows him and doesn't live with Chad again. Part of any buyout contract requires the fired coach to seek gainful employment. Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, Mark, you're right. That's right. Yeah, you have to. That's true. Now, wasn't Brett's structured differently, though? Wasn't Brett's the other way around? Something about you get paid until you get a job or something? I don't really look into the analytics of these contracts. I don't really look into the number. I guess the numbers is what I should say of the contract. That's just that you start getting into jargon that I just don't understand. Like that's above my YouTube free content pay grade. I thought Brett's was structured a little bit differently, and I don't think that's always the case in every contract. I think but it probably is. Most contracts are structured like that. Ty, I have only listened to you for about a month, but will you talk baseball when the season comes around? Patrick Brown is asking. Yeah, we're going to talk baseball. Closer and closer we get, we're going to talk baseball. I'm excited about it. It probably won't take up the majority of the shows, though, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. The baseball content does not it just doesn't, the numbers aren't there. And I want to talk about what the majority of you want to cover and also what I want to do, Let's see. Gus came here and wiped his feet on Chad's dumb ass and helped get him fired and his dumb ass to Auburn. Oh, okay. Maybe that was the case. Can you imagine if we got Gus, we could have got Chad back. there's a lot of different ways that whole scenario could play out. But I'm telling you right now, if that's how that ends up, those guys, he takes on Chad Morris as OC. They have a horrible year and they're forced to fire Gus Malzahn. That'd be great. Oh my gosh, come on, Dave Van Horn season. Yeah, they should make. They're expected to. By anyone who follows college baseball, any of those analysts are saying that Arkansas should be. The expectations should be to make a third straight College World Series. That'd be spectacular. That'd make for some fun content. This could be our year in baseball. Could be. I agree. Let's see. Let's hope the Hogs destroy my fellow Hoosier school in Valparaiso, then Indiana next. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna talk a little basketball really quick. You do have Valparaiso coming up. We'll end it here. We'll end on basketball. Valparaiso Crusaders. They're 7-5. They are not a very good team. They're tied 92nd overall in college basketball points per game, standing at about 77 points a game. They're tied at right around 300th overall in rebounds per game. They are top 20 in assists. And then points allowed, they're giving up about 74 points, ranking them back at about 286th overall in the country. Arkansas currently favored heavily, as they should be, playing down in North Little Rock. You guys have already heard me complain about how there's no cameras down there, no way to watch it. I don't know if we're going to get the Pinto live stream on Twitter or not. It'd be great, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Right now, according to ESPN's Basketball Power Index, Arkansas is favored at 85.3%. Valparaiso sitting at about 14.7%. I should wipe the floor with them. They ought to be 10-1. I don't know. I'd appreciate a ranking. I am going to say this. I'm not. I'm half kidding. I posted that on Twitter, and I was half kidding. But at the same time, I think there's an argument out there somewhere that can be made. Maybe they should be ranked after they beat Valparaiso, even though Valparaiso isn't exactly great. But how many 10-1 teams are in the Power 5? How many of them are there? I really don't know. Someone do the research. But I think there's an argument to be made. It's out there. I don't know where, but it's out there somewhere. Make it happen. 10-1, make them rank. But, yeah, the only way they're going to sniff a ranking, they got to beat Indiana or at least play them really well. So, yeah. About 8 days till. Let's see. What is your thoughts about Hogs defeating Help I Then Indiana? They're not going to. They're not going to beat Indiana on the road. At least I don't think so. Right now, I don't. They have no offense, man. They can't score on the offense. It's like defensively they're one of the best teams in the country. They're just trying to find themselves on offense. If threes don't land, this team is in trouble unless you get some mid-range jumpers by Witt, or you need Mason Jones to pull you out. They need so much. I'm not disappointed in the bench. I want them to start to develop more off the bench. I'd like to see some more productive minutes on the floor by those guys. Need what bigs you do have, or your biggest guys on the team need to contribute more inside. But they're defensively though they're doing great. I mean on the offense, and I'd really like to see them drive the lane more, try to do something other than just settle for contested threes left and right. But they move the ball so well. Their ball movement is so much better than what it was several years under Mike. I think Indiana is just they're on fire. They're playing some great basketball. If you play them close. You don't get blown out on the road, you'll get some respect. You'll get more. So, will we beat Kentucky and Faytown this year? Ooh, John, I like that question. We'll the closer we get to that game, we'll talk about it. Actually, we're having a post game after Indiana. That's the plan right now. We will have a live stream. Well, I say immediately following the Indiana game, but right around the time that game ends, we'll be live here to talk about it, and that's why I'm going to make my official pick whether or not I think Arkansas makes the tournament and what's going on and everything, because obviously after that you've got A&M as your SEC opener, so I want to talk about that as much as I can and have a reaction to the Indiana game, and then like I said, we'll have a prediction for the rest of the year what Arkansas can do and if they make the tournament or not. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good stream. So mark that one down on your calendars. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, share the content if you would. Tap the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please feel free to check out all the links to all the Patreon supporters, to the PayPal donators. Shout out to all of you. You know who you are. I appreciate it. You guys, all of you are rock stars. Those of you who come in and chat and watch and listen and be a part of everything that I do and follow us over at the Hog Talk, that right there, the Hog Talk podcast. I just went ahead and left that up. I left it up there just for you guys to check out. It's up there for your just to let you know that happened. If you weren't there, it was fun. Zach Arns was on that episode. As for the last live stream, for those of you who are still asking and weren't around earlier in the show for me to talk about it, I just took the whole thing down. YouTube, everything froze up towards the end. The live stream, for whatever reason, kept going on. I was like, forget this. I'm deleting it. So I took it down. I knew we'd be up and live on Friday, and here we are. So anyways, we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much again. Till the next, till Monday's show. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Woo pig.